Hi everyone. In this video tutorial, we're going to talk about the normalize image action script as well as the get selection script. These two scripts I would say are a bit more advanced. Once you master the basic scripts, you'll come to see why you would need these two scripts and how it can help you in your day-to-day album design. So let's get started. We're going to start with explaining a little bit about normalized images. So I'm going to go to Photoshop and I'm going to place two images into our canvas here using the place image command. So here, and let's just say you're designing and you don't know the size yet, but you just want to get the images into there. So I'm going to go to bridge and select two images here, one here, one here. Click on bridge and bring the images in. And you notice I didn't use a marquee selection because I'm not really sure how they'll fit into the design. So I'm just bringing it in as images by themselves within the native resolution. So here I have the two images brought into it. And let's just say I'm just playing around with the sizing. So I say, okay, well, let's try this image here. And then this image is right over here. Now, maybe make it smaller right here like this. Okay, and so at this point I've decided, okay, you know what, I need these two images to be exactly the same size so that I can fit an image right underneath these two. Now if you were to do this manually, it would be quite difficult. You would either need to set up your grids or set up your smart guides so that you know exactly how to size these two images to be the same size. Well, this is exactly what normalize image does for you. It will automatically take a group of photos and it will automatically change their size so that they all fit the same height or they all fit the same width. So in this example here, when we select these two images and we click on normalize, it will ask us, do we want to normalize the images to the same width or the same height? Well, for us in this scenario, we're obviously normalizing for the same height because that's what we're trying to adjust. And so once we click submit, you can see what it does here. It will then take the larger photos and shrink it down to the same height as the smaller photo. So here we're doing with 2 photos, but you could do it with 10 photos. It would just calculate the shortest of the photos and then size all the other photos to the same height. And so after you've done this now, you can see, if you drag it, you can see that the smart guide shows you that both photos now occupy exactly the same height. Okay, so let's just say we're at this point where we want to go, okay, well, this is great. Now we want to put a horizontal image under these two. Obviously, as a good design guideline, the horizontal image should occupy the exact same width as these two photos. Now, you could manually use a marquee and drag that area, but then that would only be an approximate. We require that all alignments viewed at 100% be accurate. And so by doing this, you would not get an accurate selection of the horizontal space. So this is where the get selection action comes in really handy. So take a look at what we do here. We are going to select these two image layers, okay, and then we are going to run the get selection action. And again, this has no dialog box. Once we run it, what it will do is it will then simply outline the image borders of the images that you selected. So automatically it outlined the two image selection, and then we can then move this image selection down here, and then we can also size it so that it's a little bit horizontal. And once we're done sizing it, we can hit enter and it becomes a regular marquee selection. So at this point, we now have a marquee selection that we know is equal to exactly the width of the above two photos. Now we can go and use our regular place image here and just go back to light bridge and select the image. So let's just say we want this image down here. Okay, go back to Photoshop and hit bridge, and automatically it will, as usual, bring it into the exact area of the marquee selection. We hit enter to set it in, and bam, instantly we now have a horizontal image underneath the top two image that we know are exactly the same width. That way we get perfectly aligned layouts each time we use it. So these two scripts, normalize and get selection, will help you day to day as you are configuring your album layouts so that you get perfectly aligned images.